For the internet. No, what she need? You ready? She ready.
Hit the gavel.
Good evening. I would like to call the regular September 14th meeting to order. All board members are present. At this time, we will please stand for the pledge and invocation.
Please rise. No, let's do the prayer. No, we'll do the pledge of allegiance first.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing.
Gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful night, and thank you for those that here attending today. Be with us as we go forward in making decisions for our school. Be with our teachers and our students and administration throughout the year. And thank you for the grace and mercy you show us each day. Amen.
Amen.
We would like to welcome the stakeholders, students, and parents to our meeting. At this time, we will yield the floor to Dr. Ramucci.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It is wonderful to see you here and for such a special occasion. And so I want to get down to thanking these students for the hard work that they did last year, and we know that they'll do again this year. And we want to make sure, if our principals will come on up, we want to make sure that we honor them and give them the support that they deserve. So at this time, I don't see Ms. Barksdale here, but we'll start.
She's right here.
Okay, there you are.
I'm still getting myself together. Need one more second.
Come on. Ms. Wells, you take pictures? You want to come up closer?
She always got to do the most.
So deserving, so deserving.
Okay, now what's yeah, we're trying to right there.
Good evening. I'm Rashida Barksdale, principal of D.M. Smith Elementary School, and it is with great honor that I award my children for their hard work. Not just doing well, but scoring perfect. Okay, so can I get a round of applause? Definitely a noteworthy feat, and I am godly proud of my children. So, if you would, I would like to call Miss Mallory Jackson.
All right, Mallory.
I had to hunt her down. She's no longer in the school, but I found my baby so I can give her her goodies.
Okay.
Daylin White, Daylin, and Justin Barterman. Courtesy of Goshen School of Cosmetology and J&O Real Estate. In addition to their plaque, they will receive $150.
Go now. Y'all get big checks. That's all.
Yeah, take good advice.
He's excited, girl. He is excited. He is excited. I'm happy for him. Look at it. That's all right.
Turn it around, baby.
He got so much in his hand. That's the most small thing.
You got those? All right, and then we'll go to Hayes Cooper, you're next. Okay.
Y'all help her. You excited? Help her. Look, he got it. Can you help her? Hey, Mama, come. Here she goes.
For Hayes Cooper, perfect scores, Rodney Franklin. Raina Mullins.
And someone look around.
Yaga Reddy. Now
John can do his part because he's gonna own construction though.
Holly Sheets. Kavia Nair. Grace Finney. Claire Staples. Lucy Mullins. Joy Butler. Caleb Hill. Caleb got a perfect score in ELA and math. Gray Pace. Palmer Manning. Carter Hamilton. Griffith Taylor. Haley Brooke McGee. Ms. Russell. So we'll go to Vail Academy, Catherine Kruger. They know how to strike the pose, don't they? Leah Powell. Tamiria Walker. Om Patel. D. Zott. Kinley Green. Gus Moore. Gus had a perfect score in ELA and math. John Powell. Cooley Cougar. My apologies, it's Copeland Cougar. Obviously, he's perfect, and I'm not. Ava Winters. Amelia Sportsfager. Amelia scored a perfect score in ELA and math.
All right.
Dakota Ellis. Sophia Ebe.
All right, Sophia. She ain't looking at that picture.
She also scored a perfect score in ELA and math. Naomi McKnight. Adelia Moore. Ms. Redmond is not here tonight.
But she's middle school. She's middle school. She said she's gone to middle school now.
Isabella Wardlow, perfect score in 6th grade.
Man.
This is for CCMS, Natalie Gong. Jade Brown. Gustavo Morales. Joshua Sheets.
Look at that all.
Ain't nobody too much shorter.
Brooklyn Bell.
so serious all the time.
He's working for us. Miguel Diaz. For the high school, Cavante Love Davis. Sarah Walbeazer. Claire Allen. Jaden Bryant. Some of these are in SMS now. Isabella Givens. Langston Smith. Rachel Tibbs. Her perfect scores in English too. Christian Butler. Mom representing. Took your help to get in there. Keely Moon. Aiden Lopez. Some of these also are in after-school activities like cross-country and others that couldn't be here. Spencer Goodlett.
You too.
Delarian McCray. All right.
She got some coming in. Who was that?
Ron Beasley.
Sarah Katie Walbeazer. Perfect timing. Perfect score. Come on, come on up.
Taylor, you got some money.
Jalen White.
All right.
Thank you, parents. Without your support, none of this would be possible because you work hard to get them to school every day, make sure they have what they need, and support them. I never made a perfect score on anything. So I'm in awe of your work, and I just hope that the students will do the same thing next year. So let's get a round of applause for all of our. We are thankful and so proud of each and every one of you. At this time, I'll turn it back over to Madam President.
Again, thank you, parents, for coming. We will proceed with the meeting. If you would like to be dismissed, that would be fine. If not, you feel free to stay tonight.
Bad as these seats are, we won't be long.
These chairs don't feel like a seat. That's why they get some votes, Rick.
Hope nobody qualifies.
Denise.
No. Go girl in that pink hair. Man, good God. Sign it, we're gonna sign out.
We ain't gonna be here long. I hope not.
Man, these chairs hurt.
They,
I may have to talk a little loud.
okay, we're gonna bring it back to order. If you all will please take a look at the agenda. If everything is okay on the, can I get a motion to accept the approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
It has been moved by George Evans, seconded by Lucia Holmes to approve the agenda as printed. All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it, motion carried. We have FYI information in our packet. Any public participation?
None.
All right, cabinet update, Dr. Bramucci.
I have completed the first PGS principal evaluation. They were self-evaluation. Those have been completed. I attended the Community Foundation meeting of Northwest Mississippi at the Bologna Performing Arts. I had a wonderful lunch with Dr. Enos, the president of Delta State, and he even sent me a snail mail letter today. He wants to have monthly lunch meetings, and I told him I would go to lunch with him, but he paid last time, so I'll pay next time. I attended the regional superintendent's meeting with the interim state superintendent at Delta State this week. Attended the Parks Learning Walk with NDE. We have started broadcasting our football games on the radio station, and I'm working on gaining sponsors, and I've sent out lots of letters, and the checks are starting to roll in. We had our first PTSO president meeting on 9/12 at Central Office, and had a good turnout, a good meeting. And on the 26th, I will meet with the Pastoral Council, and this will be our second meeting. I received a letter this week that we will be doing NAEP testing only at the middle school this year in grade 8, reading and math only. I was notified that the Cleveland School District was number 5 in the state with paper for the most activities. I was excited about that. I don't like to be at the bottom of the list. We're trying to move up the list. And I will be attending a superintendent network meeting in Jackson on September 20th. And that's all I have.
Maybe I'm overlooking it. I don't see anything on daily attendance.
We don't do that until the end of month. The second month is considered month 1, is August and September. But based on our enrollment right now, we are up.
We were up for it.
The number of students enrolled in this.
I'm talking about the daily attendance.
But we don't do that until after month 1. like it's all combined together.
So we'll start
August
getting that
is-
in November,
You'll get it at the end of October.
next month.
That's month one.
What about teacher ADA?
Same.
Well, we gonna get, why is that?
That's just the way it's always been done.
Okay.
But I will tell you, we're not final with all remember we said we'd give them a day for perfect attendance? We had 103, but we're still having to go through and check for who had a missed punch or whatever. Because like somebody sent in 3 names today, one was on the list, the other 2 we'll have to check. So we're seeing success with that, I think, at this point.
Well, no.
Yep.
But student ADA is the most important part.
It is,
Which teacher ADA costs us money too.
Correct.
Out in the classroom, you gotta hire somebody else to be there.
yep.
And, let's make sure we get with the principals and, I mean, for every student that's not counted, that's money we don't get.
Right.
We still gotta educate them.
Correct.
All right. Are there any other questions for the superintendent? At this time, we will hear from business department. Ms. Pulley is online. Ms. Pulley?
If you pull up the business financials on our agenda, you'll see on the first page a list of reports, financial reports I've attached for your review. You have the statement of income, your budget status report, your statement of fund balances, your expenditure reports, your cash flow report, and your bank reconciliations for the month of July. Please note that the bank reconciliations for the month of July are your preliminary, your draft bank recs. Due to us still working on closeout, that's due by October 15th. So at the next month's board meeting, you should have your final numbers of our reconciliations for June and July. Both the district maintenance bank account and food service bank accounts have been reconciled. The fund balance as of July 2023 was $15,044,630. We spent $1.6 million, and we brought in $1.7 million of revenue in addition to maintenance fund. The food service bank account fund balance for July 2023 was $1,452,491. We spent $50,560, and we brought in $26,213. That concludes our financial reports for this month. I do have 3 other items that's needing your approval. If you scroll down to page 57, you will see these salary scales. We're requesting board approval for the highlight changes on the attached salary scales based on personnel changes for this month. And page 77, let me know if I'm going too fast. Page 77, you'll see request for approval for our auditors for the upcoming year. We're requesting to retain Brown CPA PLLC firm to conduct our annual single audit for FY 23, 24, and 25. And I also noted the 3-year discounted rate there for you and the 1-year rate if we decided to go 1 year. We're asking for 3 years. Also attached a second quote just to show you that we have done our due diligence in trying to retain the lowest and best. And finally, I have on page 102 is our workers' comp proposal. The proposal amount is $102,980 for the category refund from last year, $4,216 from previous year. That's all that I have.
You've heard the business department updates. Are there any questions regarding those updates? Federal programs, Mr. Towers?
Yeah, 2 things. One of them is the GEAR budget. I just need your all's approval on that one. Dr. Ramucci and I reviewed it, and she signed off on it. I submitted it to the GEAR office in Delta State for this upcoming school year, it's a budget of $125,000 for the 8th grade and 9th grade cohorts at Cleveland Central Middle and Cleveland Central High School. And this grant will follow those students until they graduate. And so basically what the grant does is provide them supports, college exposure, college tours, financial aid assistance when it gets time to actually find scholarship opportunities, fill out enrollment forms for colleges and universities. And so it's a wide ranging of allowable uses that we can use the grant for. That's one thing. And the other thing, our builder programs application was approved this week. It's about $2.7 million. So we'll be able to start using that money probably next week sometime when it's entered into Marathon. And that's all I have.
You've heard the federal programs report. Are there any questions regarding that report? Okay, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Johnson.
Good evening. I will give a brief report, but I also will yield some time to Mr. Gia Hodges from Dale Davis to give an update. But as far as our ESSA projects, ESSA 2, we're in the closing phase of it. All our AC units have been installed. Only thing now they are working on the controls to ensure that the thermostats and everything, the communication system is communicating properly with Johnson Control. They're also doing some paint and build works and mechanical piping. Now, ESSA 3, they are continuing installation of the roofing at Cleveland Central High School. You can see the work. We actually will be rotating to the 2-story building on next week, and we'll be utilizing hopefully Delta State to relocate some of our classrooms during this progress. Also, the restroom renovations are continuing at Cleveland Central Middle, High School, Vail Academy, and Cuban Elementary. The demo has been completed, and right now they're just waiting on ceramic tiles to come in so they can start the ceramic work. He said they should start possibly in 2 weeks, but right now they're doing the rough piping. And what you will see in some pictures, if you scroll down through their report, is where we had temporary roofing placed on several buildings due to hail damage, which includes Vail Academy, Pyramid Elementary, Naylor Elementary, and our central office. And if you have any questions about those, before I move to the next part.
Does this termite damage on top of the hill?
Yes, and before I get to termite damage, I do want to recognize that Mr. Henry Alexander, our transportation director, was named the president of the Mississippi Association of Frequent Transportation, and he also serves as a certified school bus instructor for the Mississippi Department of Education. So congratulations to you. And yes, the termite damage is at the high school, and that's on the building. If you know where the weight room is, and they recently renovated the soccer room part, the part right where their soccer room starts on back to where they house the tractors and equipment. That part is the part that sustained termite damage, and Ms. Hodges will speak a little more on that in a second. So before I conclude, we also have soft washing going on at all our schools. I think they started with Hayes Cooper. I think they may have been to all the principals can probably speak on the difference that it has made on the outer appearances of the building. If you came in on the front side of the building, you could tell, parts, you could tell from the brickwork the difference. If you look on, I think that may be the third picture, I think that we put the wrong name, but there should be parts, and you can see the difference. How it looked previously before they did the white. So they will do the high school and middle school as well, but they're gonna wait till after a lot of the construction is over before they go to those schools. So at this time, you can see what they have done in the site.
Good evening, everyone. Well, my deputy superintendent did a great job in giving a report. But I'm just gonna highlight some of the things that need your attention to. One of the things for ESSER 2. ESSER 2, if you remember, we started that back in 2022, and now those funds are now need to come to a close, all right? So therefore, our contractor is preparing closeout documents so that we can close that out to meet the federal guidelines, okay? So with that being said, is that you're gonna have 1 year for maintenance that the contractor is gonna be responsible for helping to maintain, okay? It's just like a brand new car. When you get the car, you don't go to the dealership and put your own gas. You put your own gas in it, all right? So you're gonna have new equipment, therefore you need to make sure that you have people on staff that can maintain it or get a service contract to maintain this, all right? So it's not like the old 1978 car when you can go under the hood and jump it off yourself. Now you need to stick something in it to find out what's wrong with your car. All right, y'all with me? All right. Okay, so no more jacklegging, all right? All right, so with that being said, the contractor is preparing closeout documents to close out your ESSER 2, all right? And it's the same thing what Mr. Johnson has already stated of the items that are being done. All right, any questions on ESSER 2?
Did I misunderstand you? You said we close it out, but we would be responsible for the maintenance if something happens to it.
Okay, within the 1 year warranty.
Within the
1 year warranty, the contractor is still responsible, but just like a car, you don't go to the car dealership to ask for gas, right? You change out your filters, you change your oil, you still do that. But on the big bulk stuff like the engine and all that, that's still under warranty. Therefore, the district is responsible for changing out filters, all right? And making sure that we got good airflows and everything is being done as far as what they're supposed to do as far as routine maintenance to keep it going, all right? You understand what I'm saying?
I got you now.
Okay?
I didn't know we didn't have no gas up there, but I got you now.
So do you all provide a schedule for maintenance?
In your closeout documents that the contractor is going to do, he's going to provide that type of training to say, all right, if this is happening, so you need to make sure you have the staff personnel there for the training in which the contractor is going to provide. All right? All right, that's on ESSER 2. All right? Your 1 year start, that's a good question. Your 1 year starts when I give a substantial completion, all right? When I give a substantial completion, our superintendent is going to sign off on it. From a year from that substantial completion date, you have 1 year, okay?
Superintendent, do we have anybody to check behind them before you sign off? To make sure everything is everything?
Okay, so
Okay.
Mr. Johnson, he has another title, this deputy superintendent, okay? He's been walking with me on everything, okay? So he's doing a good job. He's representing you real well. I think Mr. Harrington, he's been also walking with us. So, but when it comes to the training, it's up to the school to make sure that we have the personnel there to make sure they get that training. We will have it recorded, all right? Now, it's not just good to have it recorded, it's good to have that person there that can ask that stupid question like, how do I do this? How do I read this? What am I supposed to do if I come up with this kind of situation, okay? So what I'm saying in essence is, the personnel that you may have currently, I'm gonna tell you right now, he probably does not have the background to actually work on it because it's so sophisticated, okay? So what I'm saying is they've gotta be trained, all right? Okay. On ESSER 3, all right, so we got the high schools being re-roofed. Y'all should see that going on, all right? We got 6 restrooms completed in DM Smith. The remaining 10 restrooms will be completed within the next 2 weeks. We've done about 14 restrooms, the demo in those, and that's at the high school, the middle school, Bell Academy, Pyramid Elementary School. All right, the contractor has installed about 18 rooftop units at each of the high school and the middle school. And then we got the situation where Mr. Johnson just mentioned about the termites. When we began to start tearing off the roof, one of the contractors fell through it, okay? And it's because of the termite damage that has occurred over time. It didn't just happen, it just been there, all right? So from our findings, we asked the contractor to pull back the existing ceiling in the building so that we can see the damage, all right? Right now, you have damage across the perimeter of the building, about 3 feet deep, where you got loose brick, all right? You can see where the termites have come in and started eating on the beams, a couple of the beams, all right? And then you can see the damage on the decking that's underneath the roofing where they have eaten up as well. So with our finding, we had, matter of fact, we had 3 options, and they were kind of extreme. We were coming in with steel beams, and then the school had to make a determination, are we gonna keep this building or tear it down? What do we need to do? But it was to the best of what the school's needs were, was to keep the building, because we have lack of storage and all kinds of things that you all been doing with the building. So we were there this past Monday, I think, Monday or Tuesday, and in our findings, instead of us going through the extreme where we're tearing out all the structure is pretty good, except from where the termites at. So I made the recommendation, let's tear off the decking, put new decking on, and then have the contractor to give us a price, like a unit price, when they find out if we got bad structure up there. So with that, and then do some tuck pointing to make sure, because right now, guys, if you walk, you can see where the bricks are starting to pull away, all right? So the contractor was able to give that to me while I was driving here. We're looking at a price about $33,000 just to repair the structure of the building. The roofing part, you already paid for that because that was in the contract, all right? And then he gave me a unit price of $50 per.
Charles, that's back there behind, there's no classrooms underneath this. That's all the weight room with the store tractor.
Yes.
All that back there. This is not affecting the classroom.
No. So with that being said, we would need the board approval for the $33,000 plus the $50 unit price. So if we're looking at about maybe 2, 3, or 10, you just take 10 times $50, that's only $500. So that's for replacing the beam. But the structure, base structure of the roof, we're looking at $33,200 to replace that. And Gary and I both looked at it this evening. That's a very good price, a fair price in doing so. And that's something to keep that building intact. And we say not to go in and put a ceiling because your building is not insulated, excuse me. And for what it's being used for right now, it would benefit you all, the district, to go in and put a ceiling in, all right? So the exposed structure will be exposed, all right? And that's our recommendation, all right? That's on the ESSER 3. And the last thing, I won't take much time, is our window replacement at the high school. The Mississippi Department of Archives and History has stuck their nose in this. So if y'all got family members that work there, don't tell them I said it, okay? But they had rejected our proposal in trying to replace those windows. And what we're asking the superintendent is to request an appeal to the Board of Archives and History, and that's our next step. And so once all of that is done, then we can proceed with the next step in getting those documents ready.
Did they offer a reason why?
They said because it was on the Archives and History.
So the windows are that important. The windows are more important than than keeping the structure.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's really crazy.
Been there. Been there years.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, to replace the windows would keep the building structurally sound. Okay.
Anything else that anybody needs? Thank you very much. So you will get the approval for the change, and then you'll let me know tomorrow. Thank y'all so much. Y'all don't have any questions?
We've heard the report, the deputy superintendent's report. Are there any questions? All right, thank you.
No, thank you all.
Curriculum updates, Ms. Powell.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. The first curriculum update, last year Cleveland School District was awarded a high-quality instructional materials grant, which is an ESSA grant. Within that grant, the district was awarded funds to purchase high-quality instructional materials, as well as funds that will help support teachers in building their capacity. So with that being said, we utilize our Vendor for Kids First. They come in and they provide coaching support, modeling, assistance with lesson planning to make sure that Tier 1 instruction is being carried out with fidelity. We divide up the funds based on data and needs for each individual school. Right now with our FY '23 funds, we have 158 days. Our HQIM for ELA K-5 is My View, 6 through 12 is My Perspective, and K-12 is Envision Map. Next, with our district-wide professional development, our curriculum specialists, they will host, or they started hosting monthly ELA sessions. I submitted an application to allow the teachers to receive their continuing education units so they can apply to their licensure renewal. The teachers can receive or earn up to 2 CEUs for their participation. 1 CEU, they can earn if they attend all monthly sessions, and they can earn another CEU if they complete some online coursework that we will upload in due fashion. Next, we have a new platform known as Teacher Booth. We set an observation goal of 8 days. Information is included in the package. Like I said, it is new. We have some new administrators who are also learning the platform, but everybody is active in conducting their observations. Some people are still keeping up with it as hard copies, but we're transitioning to that online platform so that teachers can immediately receive their feedback, and then we have that documentation for feedback and support. Next, all of our schools recently completed their already beginning of the year diagnostic assessments. We do have some work to do, but one thing I can say about our building level administrators, we did have a data meeting with curriculum associates last week. A lot of them have already dived deep into their data, and they have some action plans on how they're going to intervene or provide interventions and remediation for their students that goes beyond just utilizing online platforms. We have some schools that have decided to make sure they're implementing face-to-face support or teacher-driven interventions for those students. And lastly, on Tuesday, MDE hosted their family literacy night, and I just have some snapshots of the information there. We had more participation this time than we had in the previous years, and Ms. Clark and I have already been brainstorming on how we can garner some more participation for the upcoming school.
All right, you've heard the report from the curriculum department. Are there any questions regarding that report?
No, but I have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay? If you've given this through one of your reports, I apologize for not remembering. And if you don't have the numbers right now, if you could email them to me, how many students we have taking your credit
Don't have it.
or AP?
I don't have it.
Okay.
Are there any other questions for curriculum? If not, can I get a motion to accept the cabinet update? It has been moved by George Evans, seconded by Lucia Holmes to approve the cabinet update. All in favor? Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval to, motion to approve the consent agenda. Are there any items that need to be pulled for discussion?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
And a second. It's been moved by Richard Bond, second by Richard Holmes, to approve consent agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Set date for the next meeting, October 19th at 6 p.m. Please check your calendar. Yeah. That date okay with you all is a Thursday. All right, can I get a motion to, set the next meeting for October 19th at 6 p.m.?
I so move.
Can I get a second?
Second, go ahead.
Then moved by Lucia Holmes, second by George Evans to approve October 19th, 6 p.m. for the next meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of the claims docket. Are there any questions regarding the docket?
I've got a few, Madam President.
Okay, Ms. Cooley, are you on?
Yes.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
All right, I got, page 3.
Can you hear?
Can you hear me?
Page 3.
Oh, it is. Misco, for a total of $99,329.
Yes, that's the, boardroom and training room furniture for, PD sessions, use the title funds and extra funds.
Where's it at?
In the PD room,
So it's new furniture in there and
we furniture the chairs,
Boardroom.
the training stations.
oh, that's high. All right, page 4, Misco also, $9,268, I guess that's the superintendent's office.
Like I said, page 4.
Page 4, Misco, $9,268.
No furniture.
Classroom furniture.
I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson.
That's DM
I
Smith. That's DM
can pull it
Smith.
up. I have access to
D.M. Smith.
That's a classroom at DM Smith.
Okay. All right, page 6. Page 6, CP House, $3,429 for a washer and a dryer. Where's that at?
There's more than one for this at the middle school in the field house.
It's athletics, I think.
It is 2 washers, 2 dryers.
That's
That
coming out,
was for
not gonna come out of
installation.
athletic budget, gonna come out of district maintenance.
Correct.
Page 15.
Okay, I'm there.
Oh, strike it up.
Strike it is our pressure washing company.
Is who?
Pressure washing, our soft washing that going on in our buildings. The outside pressure washing of our buildings.
$10,350. How many buildings is that?
They've done 4 so far.
So is that for all 4 buildings or?
No.
Yes.
Because they got another bigger building down there.
Yeah.
Because on page 25, Strike It Up's got a bill for $27,800. So that's $38,000 for pressure washing. Am I correct?
Yes. The purchase order, it was issued for more than that, for all buildings in the district.
Is that right, Lisa? 38,000?
What page you on? Sorry,
We got several different invoices for Strike It Up.
it is. I don't have the purchase order in front of me, but we have a price for each building, and we got 2 quotes. I just don't have it with me to tell you what it is. But I know he's done parks, the career center, and the Votech,
And that's to wash the exterior of the buildings.
top to bottom, windows, walls, everything.
And it's the signage, it's the sidewalks, I think all of that happened.
Yes.
All right, page 23. Coder Kids, $20,500, what is that, a computer program?
Yes, computer science.
Title I monies?
Yes.
What does that program do?
It's a mandatory, computer science, program for the students. They have to have so many minutes of computer science in elementary, and then next year it's gonna go to middle school.
All right, page 24. Price for Tommy Wilson, sign language, is that for services rendered, or is that for the year? What is that price? $8,940.
Services rendered.
That's what, so we had got a sign language person there every day? What is that? Fill me in somebody.
Yeah, so it's a contractual agreement, the board has already, pre-approved
Right.
all the services for our, children who still need a sign language. And so I think that number has increased according to, Ms. Brinkley. And so the number of things has increased this year.
So that service is already rendered, if they can bill for that.
And I know we have
Yes.
Two that are in need of that.
Yeah.
Page 30, Roy Collins, what payment is that on? $323,000.
I think that's the, canopy.
No, I think.
Am I right about that? I may be wrong on that one. I see it's the colors of the hailstorm. I think the district pays our canopy.
No, that's,
Mr. Johnson, you have the, do you have the document with you?
I look at it, but I know what it is. It is when they went and replaced the ceiling tiles, the lightings, at all of the schools that was, damaged from the hailstorm. Yeah, it's gonna be paid.
It's coming, you
covered.
reimbursed.
To date, we've only been reimbursed about $350,000.
So far, that's it. Page 31, Jump Start, $28,000.
That's high school, for ACT prep.
Okay. And that's through title money?
Yes, sir.
You're able to do that. Page 32, Sullivan, $579,367,000.
That's the hail damage,
Hail damage, storm repair, ceiling tiles, lighting, all of that, CPA.
It's all at the high school.
Yes, and, insurance adjuster has already approved those reimbursement amounts.
Do what now?
Insurance adjuster has approved those reimbursement
Okay.
amounts.
That's all I have, Madam President.
Are there any other questions regarding the docket? If not, can I get a motion to approve?
Make the motion to approve.
Get a second.
Second.
It's been moved by Richard Boggs, seconded by George Evans to approve the docket. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of the Mississippi High School Association football contract. Have you all reviewed that contract? Number 7. Have you all reviewed it before?
Yes.
Okay, are there any questions regarding the contract? If not, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
That's been moved by, can I get a second?
He says it's okay.
I've never seen one of those before. I mean, I've been on board 15 years.
I had
never
never,
do that.
Richard, I had never seen one in my life either. I went and looked on their website. It didn't really make me happy, so I added that big fat paragraph in there that says force majeure. Rest of it's fine.
Charles, you ever seen that before?
I have.
And I've had to make lots of phone calls because I think this was kind of done between coaches. So last year they didn't pay us, but we win. So we want to make sure we get our money. So they're approving it tonight.
They didn't pay us, and we gonna pay them this year?
No, they are paying us. It's our open date that they want to play on.
You know, I mean, any opportunity for kids to play, we don't want to shut off that, but I don't understand why you have to have a
Contract.
Because they're paying us $4,000.
They were doing that back in the 80s, when I was principal down in Mid-County, back in 89, 90. We had contracts. When you go to the district meeting, when all coaches and principals go to district meetings, that's where you start negotiating about how much the visiting team is going to get. So that's why concessions were so important.
Well,
So
you
be
know,
able to pay for it.
you're in the
Cleveland doesn't work that
Mississippi
way.
High School Athletic Association.
Huh?
You're in the Mississippi High School Athletic Association. And and I'm playing Danny's team and we're in the same district and I don't show up. I'm gonna get fined from Mississippi High School Athletic Association because I didn't show up. I was supposed to be there.
Correct. You
Or
for
they're gonna kick me out of the association.
We already have 10 games, they only have 9. So this will be their 10th game.
I understand. I mean, it's great they're gonna pay us money, but I've never seen that.
We weren't going with that one. Because they didn't pay them last year.
They didn't pay them or didn't show up.
We went, but they didn't pay us.
Okay.
Because you didn't have anything in writing.
Well, so this year you're gonna,
Have it in writing.
Well, they're getting it approved tonight, and
you know, still, it's a chance for our kids to go play a game.
All these years, it was new to me. I had to go on their website and look at it and figure it
I'll
out.
make a motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Richard Bach, seconded by George Evans to approve the football game contract. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval for the roof replacement bid, we do have the bid.
That's what we talked about earlier. We're gonna approve this pending insurance.
Right.
So my motion, Madam President, is gonna be to accept the bid of Independent Roofing Services Systems, alternate two, for a total of $2,798,000, pending approval of our insurance company.
Can I get a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Richard Bach, seconded by George Evans to approve the roof replacement bid, with alternative two. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carries. Approval of MDEQ agreement modification. Do I have any questions regarding that? If not, can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Can I get a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Richard Bach, seconded by George Evans to approve, MDEQ agreement modifications. All in favor? Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of GLIPS MOU, have you all reviewed that?
Yes.
Are there any questions? Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Can I get a second? It's been moved by Deborah Villanelle, seconded by Lucille Holmes to approve the MOU. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of the Rosemont Consulting Services for SEL through federal programs. Have you all had an opportunity to review? Are there any questions? Can I get a motion to approve? Can I get a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Lucille Holmes, seconded by George Evans to approve Rosemont for SEL. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of the EL consultant, have you all reviewed? You have questions?
Is this for all the schools,
I
for
can
the
tell
whole
you.
district?
This is new to the district due to our increasing numbers in EL students. We have heard the cries of the principal and the teachers because we have pockets of students in schools that receive points on the state accountability. We are looking to be able, this company is approved, we'll be able to provide PD for teachers, small group remediation to those students, and also provide PD for the part-time tutors that we already have working. So we were looking at someone that would be able to help everyone because I think right now we have one school that actually receive points from EL, and pretty soon, within the next year, we should have another one or two more schools that will have accountability points with the EL. So we know it's coming. We want to go ahead and get ready for it because we are seeing more students with different languages, Spanish and Arabic. So the company, the lady used to be over EL at MDE, and she's very familiar with dealing with multiple languages because we have some teachers who need some assistance.
Right now, are our English learners spread out over the district?
Yes, sir, they are. They are,
Based on where they live.
and it's pretty much by zone. Wherever they live, they go to the school in their zone. Yeah.
Is there there's no way we can consolidate services and put English learners together to save? You gotta let them go where there's on for them.
And that's why we have to have the tutors, the part-time tutors, and be able to provide some support for the tutors and the teachers.
Right.
So
the vast majority of the English learners are at the period, correct?
yes,
But every school's got some.
yes, it's going up. I think Hayes Cooper is the next school that's gonna have a count in testing because most of her students right now are in the non-tested grades, but you know,
So
they're
you got
going up.
22
Last year.
that non-English speaking
Right, yes, and then pop.
at Hayes Cooper.
Yeah, I got an influx this year over
Yep,
here, there.
yep. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I've got a question.
Yes.
We're getting tutors and we're paying this, is it a consulting company?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all right, is anything being done to teach these children English so that they'll be bilingual at some point? Is that?
Yeah, that's what this company is gonna assist us with, and once we get the company in and sit down and go over the scope of work that we want them to be able to do, we'll get suggestions from them on its programming. And then my hope is to be able to have the principals, whoever the vendors are that work well with EL programming. I want to be able to have something that we can send home to the families because it starts there. If you hear English in the classroom, but you hear your native language at home, you're gonna still revert back to your native language. So our goal in the department is to be able to send the information home to kind of come full circle in the entire household where the parents can start speaking English as well as the students. And so we'll have a demo with the principals whenever the consultants come in, and we'll choose the best one to meet the families.
How many tutors will we have?
Right now, we currently have about 7 or 8. The thing is, we need more bilingual tutors. We only have 2. Yes, last year we had about 6. The majority of them had to resign, and I think another one, he was in school and was doing an internship. So they all had various reasons why they had to resign, but we need we're looking for bilingual tutors, but at this point, we just want to be able to support the tutors that we do have, provide better services to those students, because it's difficult speaking to a student who you can't communicate with.
Are you going through the international student?
They can't work.
Yeah, we
International
tried.
students can't work. They cannot
Yes.
be paid.
Oh, really?
We tried.
Babel, translate.
Let them know.
We have Google Translate.
Really? What do y'all do?
Google Translate.
Google Translate.
Google Translate does I don't know how many different countries, but I know I helped DM Smith get set up with their Arabic kids.
And some of our programs like iReady does offer like a
Yes,
Spanish
version. They do, iReady only offers Spanish because I did talk to them. about Arabic, and they said they cannot offer it Arabic again, so.
It's still very hard with the little ones, though. Very hard for Google Translate.
Even because the dialects are so different.
Yes,
Not
yeah,
too
there's
hard.
not hard, several dialects of it, and we don't know much.
Who's gonna pay for this, Title I or us?
Yes, sir, Title I is paid for this.
All right, I move we approve.
Do I get a second? It's been moved by George Evans, seconded by Lucia Holmes to approve, All in
learners
favor?
engaged.
Ayes have the motion carried. Go ahead, I didn't want the motion to that.
I was just saying, that the name of the company was English Learners Engaged.
Okay.
That's the name of the company, just so we have.
Well, you got a total expense 21,000.
Yes, sir, that's it.
So it's not gonna go over that.
No, sir.
All right, approval of the special services MOUs, they are items 13.1, 13.2, 13.3, and 13.4. Are there any questions regarding those, MOUs? Yes. Can I get a motion to approve? Can I
I
get
make a motion to approve.
It's been moved by David Fairnell, and seconded by Richard Boggs to approve special services MOUs 13.1 through 13.4. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have the motion carried. Approval of the special services, IDA budget. Are there any questions? Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
It's been moved by Lucia Holmes, seconded by Richard Boggs to approve the IDA budget. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of the issue softball players and coaches MOU for Naylor. Are there any questions regarding that MOU? If not, you got a question?
No.
Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Can I get a second? Been moved by Richard Boggs, seconded by George Evans to approve the softball MOU. All in favor? Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of community engagement marketing program contract. Are there any questions regarding that, Mr. Radio? Okay. Are there any questions?
Hold on, go ahead to the next Understand? It's number 16, right? So, let me get the gist of this. We're paying, you went out, he was going to, Kevin Cox, who had a contract with this district prior to this, to broadcast their games.
I don't think they broadcast in 3 years.
Several years ago,
Right,
they had a contract
okay.
where he could only what he could do. So now then, we gotta go sell the ad. Right, you sold that,
I am.
or in the process of it. That money will go to him,
No. No.
you keep that money. And then you're gonna pay $75 for each kid, young man to go and broadcast the game. So the people you got to donate are gonna have advertising during that 3-hour span.
Yes.
Is that advertising put together by WCLD, or is it our broadcasters that we're hiring, they have to?
They're doing it.
They have to say sponsored by
Right, I send them a
Griffin,
little blurb, and then they, by the
whatever.
way, I need your check.
Or whatever, they'll just gonna say their name on, there's not gonna be a professional,
Just like he does his radio spots.
okay, they'll be pre-recorded.
Yes.
And they'll hit the button, and it'll say,
As I get my money, I send him what they want on there, and he hits
and it
it.
does. But, so the airtime is free, we're just having to pay,
We're paying for radio ads on all 3 of his stations all throughout the year. So the football part, he's just throwing in and letting us keep the money that I raise. So the amount of money that I'm gonna collect is going to be more than what we have to pay.
And the ads that we're running on the 3 stations are
What we're paying.
Cleveland School District
Yes.
ads,
Yes,
promoting Cleveland School District.
correct.
Boggs Incorporated.
All right, that was my main
Yes.
question, was how it works. And it's just a 1-year deal, right?
Yes.
I'm good with it. I'm in charge of the meeting now.
Move with approve.
What number was that, 16? Got a motion on the floor to approval of community engagement marketing program contract. Got a motion by George Evans, got a second? Seconded by Lucille Holmes. All in favor? Ayes have it. 17. Approving of reading to read proposal. Has everyone had a chance to read over that?
Make the motion to
All right, got a motion on the floor from Debbie Farinelli for the approval of reading to read program. I got a second.
Second.
Second by Lucille Holmes. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Approval of DSU student internship agreement, number 18. Everyone had a chance to read over that?
How many interns do we have? Or maybe Ms. Allergy?
Ma'am,
How many interns do we have this semester?
we don't, well, we mainly have a lot of students who are engaged in field experience.
Like student teacher?
We do have some, but they were before, because, how many do you have?
Hold on, I'm counting down the hall.
Are they just at this group?
No, but I think there's some there.
5 in elementary, but I have 2 in PE.
So we have them throughout the district.
Right now, the concern that we had last year with them just placed at one school or 2 schools.
Right.
That problem has been rectified.
Yes. Not that many.
We're on 18.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the intern? Can I get a second? It's been moved by Lucille, second by Debbie Farinelli to approve the student internship agreement. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of Arkansas State University Partnership Agreement. Have any questions? Have you all reviewed it? No questions? Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Richard Bond, seconded by George Evans to approve. Moved by George Evans, seconded by Richard Bond to approve Arkansas State Partnership. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it, motion carried. We're gonna look at 20 and 21 together. Approval of the Career Center to lease with Next Air for 2023, and the approval of Career Center to whole class. Are there any questions regarding that?
Make a motion. Go ahead, George.
Move to approve.
20 and
20 and 21.
Can I get a second?
20. Second.
Been moved by George Evans, seconded by Richard Bond to approve items 20 and 21, approvals for the Career Center. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have the motion carried. Approval for professional software for the nurses.
It's the SNAP software the nurses use, and the server that is on is past its date, and it was cheaper to move it to the cloud than to have them put the data on the new server I can build.
And
And
this is-
they will host all of the security and that kind of thing. It's called SNAP, and it's we're just gonna be moving it from an on-premise server to the cloud. And it's
And that's
cheaper.
the store student data, health data in?
Yes, and the nurses are, the security on that's supposed to be where we even can't see it as the IT people, so it'll be better to have it in the cloud.
Make the motion to approve.
Can I get a second? It's been moved by Richard Bond, seconded by George Evans to approve the, professional software for nurses. All in favor? Ayes have it, motion carries. We're gonna look at items 23 and 24 together. Both of those are items are removed from table and approval for our, board review policies for office and school safety plans. Can I get a motion to approve?
I make the motion to approve 23 and 24.
Can I get a second?
A second.
It has been moved by Richard Bond, seconded by David Farinelli to approve items number 23 and 24, removed from table and approved board policies for office and safety plans. All in favor? Ayes have it, motion carried. Discussion and table our September review policies. Do you all have any, is there any discussion regarding our September? All right, can I get a motion to table?
Make the motion to table.
It's been moved by Richard Bond, seconded by Lucia Holmes to the, table September policies. All in favor? Ayes have it, motion carried. Approval of personnel agenda.
Madam President, I ask that we take this personnel agenda to the administration.
The full agenda. Can I get a motion?
Make the motion.
Can I get a second? You were seconded. It's been moved by Lucia Holmes, seconded by David Farinelli to take personnel to, executive session. All in favor? Ayes have it, motion carries. Can I get a motion to consider the executive session?
So moved.
Can I get a second? It has been moved by Richard Bond, seconded by Lucia Holmes to consider executive session. We will be, entering executive session to, discuss personnel, student misconduct, any legal things, Scott?
Dan, you got anything legal?
Not a thing.
Okay, for those two items, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?